Welcome back to the Pit Stop Ranch, and today in the shop we are going to be modifying this frame table. We bought it a couple years ago from our good buddy Tom. He had this table bolted down in his shop. It's currently upside down. Here are the bottom of the legs. It's currently configured. He used a bone stock 1932 frame to set all of the jig points on it so that he could turn around and take reproduction frame rails and K-rails and all that stuff and put together 32 frames. Now, I am very jealous about the open space in the shop. I want to be able to rearrange our work environment in a fairly straightforward, rapid manner so that we can move from project to project to project. The thing I don't want to do is bolt this down, taking up a whole parking spot inside the shop. I want to be able to use it. When I'm done with it, move it outside, lickety-split, quick and easy. Get it set up for someone to be working on something while standing around it. You know, sit there and weld and everything. I prefer to kind of be in a relaxed position. If I want to be doing some TIG welding, I need, you know, to be able to use the pedal. It's easier to do it while you're sitting than standing. So, plan is to level it as best as possible because it is not terribly level. When it's just sitting under its own weight, it twists and racks. So we need to trim up these legs so that they are absolutely perfect. I want to cut them down so that the level you're working at is about where it is sitting right now, so that when you got a frame here, I can sit there and weld, maybe a little bit taller, but sit there and weld and work and do it on an office chair or a roly-poly chair or something. So I can move around it and work. And I want it mobilized. Like I said, I want to be able to move it around. So I want to put casters. I need to put some way to jack the different legs to different levels in order to take that natural twist which exists within it and get it as level and straight as possible. And then that way, when we're off, you know, a few thousandths here and there when jigging things up on the table, the net result is we'll be well within 1/8 of an inch. So you got to start with a solid foundation, and this is that foundation. I think I got everything I need to get started, so let's get going. Okay, I have been a busy little beaver fabbing this up. And it has actually taken a bit of time. It's 1-inch water pipe, a couple nuts welded onto the end of it, on some 5/8 all thread with a nut welded on the end of it, on these flying buttresses. Made 6 of them. First one is attached right here. Idea being, we got our casters to roll it around on, and then when we get into position, we jack it up using said all thread so that we can level it. So if I were to do this project again, I would have this barrel section here with the nuts on it instead of fabricating it, which has been rather challenging to fabricate it and still get the all thread to turn. I would actually have gotten some round stock and made it in the lathe and then welded that on instead. But lathe isn't wired up yet. Well, the big challenge is, of course, when you're welding, it all likes to move around. And as a result, keeping the threads and the 2 nuts lined up to fit on the all thread has been a real challenge. Okay, so here's where we're at. We have all of our flying buttresses welded on and attached, and then it's all painted up with some heavy-duty Rust-Oleum industrial coating, touching up all the bare metal. I was hoping to get something a little closer to the original color of this, but you know, my 5-minute search did not yield anything, so I went with this glossy gray. Biggest thing is to get in here and fix where the other paint has been damaged and hit all the spots that were actually missed when it was originally built, as well as where I've stripped it and welded on it and added more material. So final step is go ahead and toss the casters on all the way around, flip it over. We'll have to retract these. We're going to get a little bit of paint in here, so they're probably good and glued. So I'll have to run those in and out a few times using impact. But then we should be able to flip this over and check it to see if I did a good job. Okay. Our frame table is now mobilized. Okay, so I've got the leveling feet extended down, touching the concrete at all 6 points. Having gone back and forth quite a bit with the laser level and the framing level, 4-foot framing level, I got this thing set as level as I can get it. This corner and that corner are a few thousandths high. We'll say 20 thousandths high. So I'm not going to bother attempting to use fire to bring those down a little bit. I've got a strong back, which is extremely stable. It doesn't move much, and it's mobilized, and I've got it set at the height I want it. Figured I'd finish out this video by throwing onto this magnificent stand a bits and bobs from a 32 Ford project that we hopefully will be doing over the next year or so. It's now in a place where I can move it around, get it out of the way, shift it around, and then reset it up, re-level it, and get everything dialed in perfectly the way it needs to be. I am happy with it. Have a learning curve on how to put together early Fords to climb up, and hopefully we'll be sharing that with you over the next year or so. Yeah, I'm happy. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Really appreciate it. And until next time, have a 32-tastic day.